Hello, it's Corey. If you are there, jump on, say hello. I'm super excited to share some of the stuff that I've been working on the last couple weeks, and this is super powerful stuff. So if you're there, jump on, say hello. What I'll be sharing today are, one simple tool to help you extinguish limiting beliefs right away, and also why you must extinguish limiting beliefs right away. Extinguish them, reverse them, get rid of them. You no longer have the luxury of entertaining any negative beliefs whatsoever. I mean, you never did, but even more important now than ever. So go ahead and say hello if you're there. Tell me where you're joining in from, and then I will get started. I'm going to see if I can share this with my group real quick, and we'll boogie. Cool. Okay, so I have been exploring a lot of, hey, who's there? Say hello. Super excited to have you join me. So I've been sharing a lot of just my own journey into the path of my truth, which seems like it shouldn't be that difficult. That's just that's who we are, right? But growing up in the US, where I've grown up and wherever you've grown up, there are so many barriers to actually being in your truth. Obviously, if you grew up here in the US, there is this sort of underlying current of don't make waves, go with the status quo. You know, we have this sort of fake politeness. So when you ask people how they are, it's the, oh, I'm fine, everything's fine, when that may be the furthest thing from the truth. But there's this belief that we don't want to upset someone, you don't want to be rude, you want to complain, and so you just give it's fine, everything's okay, which is not always the case. And even just to nitpick a little bit, fine is never okay anyway. You're not in this life to be fine. That's a very watered down version of the life that you are here to create. So the fact that we have been trained to think it's fine is okay, that's part of the problem, right? Because that's actually not why we're here. We're not here to be fine. We're not here to be okay. We're not here to go with the status quo. We're here to live the highest expression of ourselves, the highest expression of our soul's genius. And that means we need to disrupt old thought patterns. We need to extinguish limiting beliefs. And we need to really step boldly and courageously into our truth. So one of the things that has been surfacing for me, has been super helpful in this area, is to come to the realization of, so whatever your belief system is, and whatever you decide to call it, whether that's God, source, universe, divine, spirit, whatever it is to come into the realization of meditating on what that is. So if it's for you, if it's God, what is God? And then when you meditate on that, you realize there is no room for limiting beliefs. There is no room for scarcity. There is no room for lack, delay, for doubt, because that's not what God is. And what God is within us. And so when you come to that realization of your truth, your truth is that you are divine. And when you can meditate on that and let that be expressed through you, so it's moving away from this philosophy, again, which is pretty prevalent in the US, this philosophy of striving and struggle and working hard for your money. It's moving away from that, away from the idea of you have to make this spirit come through you, to letting the spirit come through you. So it's a revelation, letting something be revealed through you versus forcing something to come through you or to be something. Does that make sense? So it's a huge shift. So anytime you start to feel yourself getting plagued by doubt, despair, lack, scarcity, you're just, why is it taking so long? Why aren't things working? Immediately stop and ask yourself, is that true in the shape of God, Spirit, Source, Divine? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's not true. And so then call in what is true to Spirit, to God, to the Source. Abundance, prosperity, health, wealth, joy, power, peace. That is what is true. And when you remove all the barriers to that, which starts here in your thought processes, that's when you allow those things that are of Spirit, of Source, of Divine, to be expressed through you, to be revealed through you. Does that make sense? This is huge. This is, because to full transparency here, I struggled much of my life with negative beliefs. I always was the person that was planning, like, oh, don't expect too much, kind of keeping my expectations low, or having super high expectations, but there was never a belief to back up anything because there was always this undercurrent of doubt. And so what I'm exploring and discovering and realizing is those things cannot come to pass if I'm still in a place of doubt. The only way for things to change in your life is to have absolute 100% conviction and belief and faith that what you are requesting has already been received and is already being realized in your life. And that's why it's so important to immediately stop those negative beliefs, limiting beliefs, default thought patterns that take you down the spiral of despair or doubt. And that's why it's so important to come back to the realization of what is God. What He is, I am. And so when I can start to bring that back around, then there is no room for doubt. There is no room for lack. There is no room for despair. It's non-existent. It's not possible. And there's no time. And so this whole, sort of in the US, this philosophy of like, hurry, hurry, hurry. We have to be, so far ahead than where we are. Once we realize again, there is no time in Spirit. We are moving at the exact right space and pace, and it is just our job now to remove any barriers that are preventing us from moving faster, and those barriers, again, are just in your mind and your thought systems that are preventing you from seeing everything that you desire is already here now. There is no waiting period. There is no proving yourself. None of that. So, if you have any questions, let me know. I wanted to share a few pages of writing that has been pretty fundamental in helping me come to terms with this, because this is a huge shift. This is a huge shift from the way most people are taught and most people are raised. And so it definitely takes a little bit of work to start to shift your brain around, to start to identify this new truth, which has always been the truth, but again, we've been sort of trained to think what is true is lack and doubt and delay and scarcity. And so super important, again, to bring yourself back to the truth, which there is no scarcity, there is no lack, there is no delay, because that's not existent on the spiritual plane. So what I want to share is it's about 5 minutes. It's from Robert A. Russell from his book, God Works Through You. And this is something that you can read or listen to every single day to remind yourself to come back to the truth. All right, so here I go. I know that I am now a new person. I have yielded the outer self to the inner self. I have crossed out the old woman from my nature. I accept myself as the spiritual woman in resurrection. I am strong and of good courage. I am equal to every need. I accept only the good and receive only the good. And I am grateful to the power that has revealed these things to me. I realize that I am upheld and sustained by the mighty presence and power of God, and that God power is released in me, changing everything that needs to be changed, healing everything that needs to be healed, and adjusting everything that needs to be adjusted. My needs are fulfilled through my consciousness of oneness with God. The Spirit of the Lord goes before me, making easy, successful, and straight my way. I have limitless faith in my unconquerable spirit and know that there is nothing in me that can obstruct the divine circuits of health, happiness, and supply. I am victorious over every problem. I am courageous in danger and equal to every emergency. My word dissolves every doubt and reverses every fear. I have complete conviction that my every desire will be fulfilled. I know that I am in the kingdom of God now. That which I seek is seeking me. That which I have lost will be found. That which belongs to me will come to me. That which is hidden will be revealed. My body is renewed, revitalized, strengthened, and healed. I manifest perfection in every organ and every nerve and every cell and in every function. I am in complete unity with all good, for I think only constructive, positive, helpful, and life-giving thoughts. I move with the mind of Christ. The divine circulation flowing through my mind is never diverted, diluted, inhibited, congested, or delayed. Everything I think, say, or do is quickened into perfect right action. My thought stream is pure and perfect and automatically dissolves everything unlike itself. Today, I have unshakable confidence in the law of faith and in my power to demonstrate it. I am alive with the life of God. I know exactly what to do and how to do it. I am governed by law in every thought and word, and I act with absolute certainty and conviction. Today, I am radiant with the light of God. I am that point in consciousness through which God shines. I am able to see good where evil seems to be. I am unlimited, unfettered, untroubled, and unbound. I am triumphant, victorious, and free. I am centered in the calm and peaceful Spirit of God. I am at peace with myself, with my world, and with those around me. I rejoice that the peace of God flows through my whole being. I accept the words of Jesus as directly spoken to me. Peace I leave with you. Peace I give unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Today I accept all that I have desired and pray for. There is nothing in me to doubt or deny that the good I am seeking already exists, and that it will make its appearance in my experience. No false evidence can dim my faith or prevent its realization. I am under the government of divine spiritual law. I use this law, and it becomes the law of my individual being. The law operating through me makes my thought creative, and my every spiritually legal desire is satisfied. Today, the Christ within me makes all things new. I have let go of the lesser self in order to experience the greater self. Every adverse, limited thought, belief, or condition is dissolved in the white light of truth. I now belong to myself, having traded the unreal for the real, having separated the false from the true. I move from a new basis. God acts through me because I have accepted the kingdom of God as my own state of mind. He acts through me as me. This is the day that the Lord hath made. I shall rejoice and be glad in it. Today I send out love to all I meet by my words, by my actions, by my appearance. I express my own joy in my attitude toward every person I meet. I go forward to meet my good. I speak no evil and hear no evil in what is said to me or around me. I am conscious of perfection in all I look upon, and that perfection is objectified in my experience with those who I work with or whom I casually meet. I know that consciously or unconsciously, we all have the same purpose to express Him on this plane, to be a channel for good. I do not have to wait for the future to see my good materialize. I live in the eternal now and the ever-present here. So that is from God Works Through You by Robert A. Russell. Amazing, amazing book. Highly recommend it. You can download the PDF. Something I recommend everyone read. It's full of amazing information and the importance of training your mind on good. Training your mind to know without absolute conviction that that's all there is. So, if you have comments, please leave them below. I'll be coming back again tomorrow, and my goal is to come online live every day this week to share some tidbits here and there. So let me know your thoughts. And until then, I did put a link to the authentic self-visualization above, and I'm working on another visualization that I'll be sharing later this week. So grab a copy of that, and if you have questions and want to jump on the phone and talk about what it would look like to work together, if you are in the space where you want to elevate your business, your life, and start to really let your soul genius be expressed through you in its highest form, encourage you to reach out to me and let's connect. All right. Keep your thoughts on all the good, no matter what, all the time, everywhere, with everyone. All right. Bye.